Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And now, as you guys can see, the UK, including myself and everyone here in this country, has been going through the really difficult time of Queen Elizabeth's passing. So, you know, my thoughts and my prayers go out to the royal family and to all like her grandkids and her great grandkids and everybody else in this whole industry. It has been a very difficult time for the whole entire UK. It has been an absolute shock and it's just such a devastating moment. So, but as this is the Most Rarest and Forgotten kids shows video, it is time for me to reveal another one of my favourite moments, which I have been putting off for so many months, and I thought, do you know what, this needs to be spoken about. So let's roll the titles. It's the Fimbles! Oh my god, I loved and even more loved watching this show in my very own front room. Now, if you ask me, where did you find this and how did you even get into watching this? Well, funny story actually, I saw it by accident. I was at my auntie's and she had a baby daughter, and who's my cousin, by the way. And she loved watching the Fimbles. So whenever I would come over, she would always sit and watch this show. And at the start, I wasn't really interested in it whatsoever, but it's a TV screen. So of course, as a child, I can never take my eye off it. Never in a million years. So I sit down and I watch it. And the minute that we saw the older Fimble, Bimbo, I started to like it. So the Fimbles is all about three adorable Fimbles who live in the magical world called Fimble Valley. You have got Bimbo, my absolute favourite, is one of all. And did you guys know I had the biggest crush on him as a child? So please be aware of what I'm about to say to you. So yeah, you've got Bimbo, who is the oldest, a bit mischievous and very greedy, but very lovable. You've got Florrie, who I very much disliked, but she's cheerful, full of positivity, and loves her little Dolly Little. And finally, you've got the adorable baby Pom, who's cute and sweet and a little baby. You've also got Rocket, Bimbo's very good friend, who likes to bounce around and jump around and be full of energy. You've got Bessie the bird, the most kind-hearted little bird, who makes a lot of discoveries and knows what things are, what objects that you see. And you've got Ribble, the little birdie, and also Bessie's son, I think, the way they call it. Or no, Ribble. Ribble was the name, not Bibble. Where did I get Bibble from? Oh yeah. So yeah, you've got them as well. And of course, you've got the incredible Roly Mo. No, we're not talking about the Roly Mo show. So when I first started getting into this, obviously you all know, it was at my aunt's house. My cousin, who is officially now in Oxford studying law. I am one very jealous big cousin right now. Anyway, so yeah, and I began to like Bimbo, and believe it or not, I think I was off school a few weeks after, and I turned on the TV upstairs in my bedroom, and all of a sudden I see Fimbo again on the Fimbles, and I think Florrie was there as well, and I think it was the episode where Florrie found a magic wand and was to do with magic and everything. And the minute that I started to fall in love with it, I don't think it was the theme song, because I mean the theme song is so exciting, like it just makes me want to dance around, go crazy and everything. But yeah, no, the theme song isn't really to do with that. So in the episode where like Florrie finds a Hooter, it goes like bah, bah. That was the episode that I felt madly in love with Fimbo, and of course the TV show. So yeah, it was all my auntie's fault. But you know what, thinking about it now, it was nobody's fault, because I loved the show so much. So on the episode when Florrie finds a Hooter, apparently she likes it, but then when Fimbo and Pom discover the Hooter, they are obsessed with it, and it makes them laugh so much. Let's have a little look at it. But of course, Florrie finds it way too annoying and decides to walk away. Gosh, that's very noisy. I hate loud noises. Now, did you guys actually know that being scared of noises is actually like a real phobia? And I think it's called phinophobia. That is what I get, and it's really horrible. It's like, geez, it's all quiet right now, and may God forbid that a loud sound suddenly popped in my head. That I would literally like jump and then probably have a panic attack or something. So, yeah. In the Hooter episode, again mentioning it, Fimbo and Pom decide to deliver a letter to each of their friends, and they all sing this "Off we go in the trundle track," something like that. I think that's how the song goes. But yeah, I think, do you know what, let's have a little look at it, see what I mean.
The way we hoot the hooter, hoot the hooter. This is the way we hoot the hooter on a busy, busy morning. Here we go round the tinkling tree, the tinkling tree, the tinkling tree. Here we go round the tinkling tree on a busy, busy morning. Off we go with the trundle track, the trundle track, the trundle track. Off we go with the trundle track on a busy, busy morning. Off we go to find Roly Mo, find Roly Mo. Off we go to find Roly Mo on a busy, busy morning. Oh, that delivering has made me very tired. I'm tired too.
Wow, guys, I am not surprised. You've been walking around singing all day long. No wonder you worn yourself out. And of course, Roly Mo comes along and decides to tell them a story about a very noisy builder. I loved it when Roly would tell us all a story about this character and that character. And I have got to tell you this story about the noisiest builder. Let's have a little look about what he does during the week.
On Monday, he banged with his hammer. Bang, bang, bang. All day long.
Oh my God, he banged with his hammer all day long?
On Tuesday, he drilled with his drill.
Oh my God, he drilled with his drill all day long? Blimey.
On Wednesday, he mixed with his mixer.
Oh my God, he mixed with his mixer all day long?
On Thursday, he sawed with his saw.
Oh my God, he sawed with his saw?
Friday, he sanded with his sander.
Oh my God, he sanded with his sander?
And on Saturday, he banged, drilled, mixed, sawed, and sanded.
my God, he hammered, he drilled, he mixed, he sawed, he sanded all day long. That poor bunny rabbit. But hey, what happened on Sunday?
Harry the Builder was so tired, the only sound he made was the sound of snoring. All day long.
Oh yes, I would be pretty tired too if I ever had to go through that. No wonder they call Sunday a rest day. And of course, the story sent Fimbo and Pom off to sleep. That was the minute I fell in love with the show and I fell in love with Fimbo. How stupid of me. But I have to say, like towards the ending of that show, the camera actually like zooms into Pom's nose. Let's have a look at it. I remember sitting there, I think as a 7-year-old, thinking, oh, get that thing away from me. And still to this day, I wonder, how in the world did that suddenly happen? Like, what the hell was that all about? But once this show was over and all like the Fimbles waved goodbye, I remember just laying down on my Barbie scooter. I kept that for many years and that was a birthday present. And just talking about it, fantasizing about it, imagining myself there. I have tons and tons of memories filled with fantasies that I would love to share with you. But before we get to that part, I have got to tell you why I dislike Florrie. Well, on the episode where Florrie finds a tambourine, she thinks it's a crown to put on your head, and she decides to play this game where she pretends to be the queen and Fimbo, Pom and Rocket are her servants. However, she plays the game nice at first, but then it gets a little too unfair.
Mom, get me my doll. You know, little one. Go on. It's the game, like Florrie says. I'm the queen, so you've got to do what I say. Say yes. Yes, Your Majesty. That's it. Now go and get little one. Oh, Rocket, you get me my doll. Right away, Your Majesty.
I loved the part when we see Pom and she's literally doing nothing about it. And when I started watching that episode, I was like, yes, Pom, you do just that. You don't do anything. You just stare at Florrie thinking... And you know what? When I watched that again, it unlocked another funny story that I have got to share with you guys. So I was in school. I think I was about 8 years old. And my teacher was teaching us about objects that we can pull, we can push and stuff. And he brought a student over. One of the boys was like top of the class. And he hated me and I hated him. So yeah, anyway, so my teacher asked me to like pull his arm and then that like see if he will move. So I pull him gently and he's walking away and he tells me to sit down and like, you know, that was perfect. And he calls up another boy and he tells him, and like the teacher tells him to pull the filing cabinet. And the boy, you know, his name was Paul and he was my second crush. So Paul started to just stand there and he looked at the teacher and the teacher was like staring at him. So all in all, they were just like making eye contact and he did absolutely like nothing about it. And it was all silent. And then the whole entire class, including me, just started laughing. And I'm thinking, why is he not doing anything? Paul is like pulling nothing. And then the teacher was like, what is it? What's wrong? And then he said, well, it'd be too heavy, wouldn't it? And yeah, he had a very good point in that. The filing cabinet is heavy, but it was worth a shot, right? I'll never forget the look on his face. He was like, what is it? What's wrong? But of course, Florrie being Florrie, very bratty and very rude, it goes a little bit too far.
What are you doing? Those are the Queen's crackers, not yours. Oh, but I was hungry. You're not allowed to eat the Queen's crackers. Give them to me. Oh, all right. Aren't you going to say thank you?
I'm the queen. Queens don't have to say thank you. Pom has tambine now, please. No, Pom, you can't have it. Oh.
Well, go on, Florrie.
But I'm playing with it. Queens wear their crowns all the time, even when they go to bed.
No, Florrie. Queens don't wear their crowns when they go to bed. That will give them a headache.
Don't go, Pom. Oh, where's Rocket? I'm waiting for little one.
I'd better go and see.
No, Fimbo, come back.
Yes, Bimbo. Yes, Rocket. Yes, Pom. You walk away from that brat. She doesn't deserve what she wants. But of course, with a little help from Roly Mo, Florrie realises that she has to say the magic words. Not abracadabra, not alakazam, not abracadoo or something, or a hullabaloo. It's all about please, thank you, and sorry. I hate to break it to you, but there is another episode that, again, we see Florrie being very rude, and believe it or not, she upsets Pom. And watching that episode really broke my heart, and it was so sad to see Pom so sad. So let me show you the episode on what Florrie finds, because you are not going to believe it.
Oh, look. Oh, a scarf. It's all stripy.
Oh my god, it's the Harry Potter scarf! What in the world is that doing there? Okay, it may not look exactly like it, but hey, it looks like it. And of course, Florrie gets the piece of string from the scarf pinned somewhere, and it gets ruined and ruined and ruined, and then Pom finds a trail of the scarf and it leads up to Florrie's scarf. And apparently, let me just show you what happens next and what made Pom feel so sad.
Oh yes, have a look, Pom. It's a scarf. Hello, scarf. Pom's scarf. Oh no, Pom, I found it. It's not your scarf. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Tessa.
Oh, never mind, Pom.
Let me tell you something, Florrie. You know, just because you found the scarf doesn't mean you should give the right to say, oh, no, Pom, I found it, it is mine. You know, the best thing that you would have just said is, don't worry, Pom, I will share my scarf with you and I will put it around you so you can play with it all you want. That is a perfect tip for when you have a sibling. Always share. Sharing is caring. But after Roly Mo tells them a story, Fimbo has a brilliant idea and asks Pom to come along, and she goes on a crazy treasure hunt. But I wonder what the treasure is.
Rocket! Pom find Rocket.
Oh, yes, I am your first piece of treasure. We've got to find the second bit of treasure, Pom.
Oh, it's a cracker to help you on your way. Oh, thank you.
Well, off you go again, Pom.
Tessa, this is number 3, Pom. Have a look and see what's inside. What is it? Oh, a scarf. A furry scarf. Oh, it's for you, Pom. It's your treasure.
Oh, how lovely of Fimbo to do that, even though it was his idea. As you guys can tell, those are my reasons why I hate Florrie. Another one of my favourite Fimbles episodes has got to be the one where Fimbo finds a sleeping bag. That is one of my favourites, definitely my #1 favourite of all time. I don't know why, but I absolutely love it. I didn't really expect to fall in love with that episode, but it definitely made me love Fimbo 10 times more. So I think it's maybe because he finds a sleeping bag, and I've got to show you the clip where he sings the bedtime song of like when we close our eyes to go to sleep. So let's have a little look at it.
We close our eyes when we go to sleep. We close our ears when we go
I'm sorry, but there's something a bit odd with that song. So we say that we close our eyes and we go to sleep. Yep, that's true. But you close your ears when you go to sleep? How can you close your ears when you go to sleep? Is it like this, you mean? I don't know.
No, I don't think this is the right place to go to sleep.
Nope. And he tries and finds somewhere else. I've forgotten where it was, so let me just show you it.
Oh, a rocket? I don't think we can sleep here either. Oh? Well, it's just all big and flat here. I don't think it's very comfy.
Oh, I see. That place as well. Yeah, it looks very flat as well. I mean, surely what kind of a comfy spot in the Fimble Valley would Fimble be able to lay in a sleeping bag?
A comfy corner, of course.
Oh, of course.
Oh, right. Yes, the comfy corner. Why didn't we think about that before? And so he does that and he's all snuggled up. And of course, he sings the sleepy song again.
We close our eyes when we go to sleep. We close our ears when we go to sleep. We snuggle up tight and we don't even peep. Go to sleep.
I loved the part when all of a sudden, like, he got the sleeping bag caught on his nose. So and like when he put it out, he gave a big happy smile. So in all honesty, he was like, "Don't even peek." And of course, it's not a perfect episode without a very funny moment. So Rocket decides to get a crumble cracker. Definitely one of Fimbo's favourite food to eat. But there's only one problem. He obviously doesn't want one. Oh! I wonder why that is.
Can't get out of my sleeping bag. I'm stuck.
Oh no, Fimbo is stuck in his sleeping bag. What shall we do? But Florrie has the perfect idea.
Tom, you pull here and I'll pull here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Flo.
Hey, Bimbo is out of his sleeping bag. Now we can go get a crumble cracker.
Oh, you know, I really do feel sleepy now.
Or maybe not. Another one of my favourite Fimbles episode has got to be the one where Baby Pom finds a yawn. Now, I have a question for you all, and I'm pretty sure you're all going to say yes to this. Do you think that yawning is very contagious? I definitely believe it is, because every time that me and my mum were on the bus, we're sitting next to each other, and whenever I start yawning, she suddenly starts yawning just a second after. And every time that she yawns, it happens to me. And it's so annoying because every time that happens, I try and hold it in, which is really hard to do. But yeah, so... So as we all know, Baby Pom suddenly gets it. And then all of a sudden, Bessie suddenly gets it.
Oh, you've got me going now, Pom.
Oh God, hearing that is making me want to yawn. I don't even feel it coming. All of a sudden, Florrie suddenly gets the yawn.
I'm yawning now. I've got your yawn, Pom. I'm starting to feel sleepy.
And of course, Rocket gets it too.
Oh.
And of course, Fimbo.
I'm not yawning.
Oh dear, dear. Thank God it hasn't happened to me yet. I'm literally waiting for it to happen. Nothing. What I do want to point out is that Fimbo and Rocket's favourite game is called Sleeping Frogs. I did not like that because I don't know what it was. It just, I don't know. But the good thing, I remember when I first watched that episode And I remember that Fimbo said, well then, let's play a new game. I remember just sitting down on my sofa, having a smile on my face, nodding my head, going, yes, play a different game where it doesn't include that. But you're not going to believe what the new game is.
Sleeping Fimbles.
The minute that he said that, my smile turned to horror. It was literally like... And of course, all of the Fimbles and all Bessie and Ribble and Rocket, they're all asleep. And of course, there's only one character left to get the yawn.
Me too, Pom. I've got your yawn now.
Oh, Roly. I love the Fimbles so much as I was growing up that you're not going to believe this, but I remember dreaming about them, obviously in my sleep. Now, the one dream that I do remember having a very long time ago, there was me, two of my childhood friends, and there was Fimbo, Florrie and Pom. We was all in Fimble Valley, and I think we was all doing a Fimble dance together. And then Roly Mo came along, and of course he said, would you like to hear a story? And then, you know, we all said yes. So like he did his song, and the minute that he says, are you sitting comfortably? Fimbo, he fell asleep. And as he was like, said, yes, Roly, he like yawned saying, yes, Roly. And then like he fell asleep. And obviously like there's me being a little bit sassy, just being a little bit of a show off really. And I think Roly was like, oh, what's the matter with him? And I think I remember saying, oh, I think it's to do with the Fimble dance. He did it so energetically. Another one of my favourite moments of the Fimbles has got to be the episode, I think it's Fimbo, yeah, it's Fimbo, where he finds a white line. And I remember, you know what, this literally brings back so many memories. Because let me show you how, when Bessie talks about these white lines, they show off a whole bunch of kids and like how they use these objects. So let me show you this one.
Come on, everyone. They're walking on the line, just like I did.
Gosh, I remember being in school, doing PE, didn't really enjoy that very much, but yeah, doing all like these crazy things with lines. And I even like remember balancing on the white line, so that definitely brought back so many memories. Bimbo, who has the idea that him, Rocket, Florrie and Pom should all have a race. So Fimbo and Rocket are in a pair, and Florrie and Pom are also in a pair. And whoever touches it first, they get a whole bucket full of apples. Bimbo starts off very energetically, but of course Pom is in her own little world. Let's have a little look at it.
Oh no, wait, Pom, you're going the wrong way.
I hate to say it, but I did feel a little bit sorry for Florrie on that one, because I mean, she is so far behind with Pom because Pom's in her little world and everything. But it doesn't stop her from carrying on going, because she sings the March Around song. And I have to say, I absolutely love that song. Let's have a little look at it.
If you're happy and you know it, march around, march, march. If you're happy and you know it, march around. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, march around.
And of course, Fimbo and Rocket are very energetic, but their energy warms out very quickly.
Rocket, let's just sit down for a quick rest.
Fimbo?
Oh, come on. Just a teeny weeny rest.
I loved it every time that Fimbo and Rocket kept saying, like, we'll have a teeny weeny rest. But this is what happens.
Oh dear.
Okay, so they fell asleep while listening to the story. Uh-oh. It's just like the tortoise and the hare story. I love that story. Perfect time for Florrie and Pom to catch up. And of course, they spot them asleep. And this is what they do.
And you know it, tippy-toe. Tippy-toe. If you're happy and you know it, tippy-toe. Tippy-toe. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, tippy-toe.
Oh no, boys. You have to quickly finish the race because they're way far ahead of you.
Yay! Come on,
Molly and Pom are the winners. It just shows you that slow and steady does win the race, if you fall asleep, of course. Talking of Roly Mo, I remember another story that he read, and it included the adorable little character Molly. I adored her character. I loved the way she looked. I loved how she had a perfect family and everything. And she, like, on this story, she and her family are at the beach, and she meets a girl who doesn't even seem to talk. And the funny thing is that she says, "Oh, what's your name?" But she doesn't reply. Let's have a little look at it.
The little girl didn't say anything, so Molly said again, "What's your name?" But the little girl still didn't say anything. "Don't tell me then," said Molly rudely.
That's funny. Surely she can't be deaf or something.
"Molly, you've met Nicolette. Nicolette and her mum are going to share our picnic. Are you two going to play together?" "No," said Molly. "She wouldn't tell me her name."
Ooh, a little bit sassy there, Molly. But why doesn't she talk?
"That's because Nicolette speaks French."
Oh, I see. She speaks French, so she doesn't know any English. Well then, ahem. Bonjour, Nicolette. Je m'appelle Emily. Comment ça va? Je suis très bien, merci. Now, another thing that I'm about to tell you may come as a bit of a shock to you, but some of you probably would know this already. Now, if you love the show Horrid Henry, I love Horrid Henry. I can't even imagine a character to be so horrid. Now, as I'm pretty sure you can possibly recognise it, but did you guys know that the woman who plays the mum on Horrid Henry is also Bessie on the Fimbles?
What a fun day we've all had.
The word is jacuzzi, Henry. Jacuzzi. And Winky the Whale is not a jacuzzi.
You may not believe me, but yeah, it is very true. I can definitely tell it from there. Now, another thing that I do want to point out is also Bimbo also does the voice of Rude Ralph. How it took me a few years to actually discover that, how I didn't even notice at the start. It's funny because I always thought, I recognise that voice from somewhere. Where is it from? Only to be revealed as Bimbo.
So I meet my old mate Henry, who's with his mum and dad, so I do no more. I start to snore, 'cause that's how I am, I'm rude.
Unbelievable. One of my favourite Roly Mo stories of the show has got to be the one where it's called The Keys to the Castle. That is another one of my favourite stories that I remember them, and I visualised it every single time that I kept thinking about it. This story is about the Queen and her princess, and they hurry home from their shopping. However, there is a small little problem.
"Oh dear, I can't find the keys to the castle."
Seriously, how can you forget the keys? How on earth are you going to get inside?
"We'll have to wait till the king gets back from his football game."
Really? I didn't know the king played football. That's a new one. The princess has a better idea. She has a look through like the bags, but is there any keys?
"No keys."
But as they waited, they amused with each other, and it was really, really funny. Let's have a little look at it.
Then they made silly faces like the king in his photo, and that made them laugh even more.
And in fact, they laughed so much that the queen's crown was actually like very heavy. So she decided to take it off.
And there were the keys on.
Oh, sorry, Queen, but why on earth would you have keys on your head?
Always keep them there, just in case I lose my handbag.
Surely they have pockets, right? So we are now officially at the end of this episode. I have enjoyed, talking about these childhood memories so much. I'm pretty sure I have tons of other memories that are not in my head just yet. I'm sorry I've not posted in a month. It has been a little bit hectic, and of course my dance problems have been a little bit complicated lately. On the positive side, hopefully I will do more videos of these, and if you have any more requests, if I like them, I would like to talk about them, because do you know what, I have found so many that I've been struggling to think, geez, which one is best? Which one do I have more memories on? So for now, today was obviously the Fimbles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys very soon for another video. But now I must fly. Goodbye.